the culture here is great. I'm here to just continue moving the franchise in the right direction. That's winning the championship. I watched them all last postseason, and it's like the first time you meet your wife. It just fits your eye. So I'm excited to be here, and I'm looking forward to getting after it.
What things did you like about this team watching the playoff run last year?
Obviously, Damian Lillard and I came in the league at the same time, and we're actually classmates at the rookie transition program, him, myself, and Myers Leonard. So a little bit of history there. He's a mid-major guy, so is CJ, and I am as well. So I think we all have that kind of that chip, and he plays with an enormous chip on his shoulder, and it's someone that I would love to play for, go to battle with every night. Him and CJ, arguably the best backcourt in all of basketball. So I think it's a solid position for me to come in and just do what I do best. In Atlanta, over the past couple of years, things are kind of, I guess the outlook on the franchise shifted a little bit, and I kind of got caught in the middle of that, and trying to reinvent myself in the middle of it all. And but I'm here, and I can do the things that I'm put on this earth to do.
Kent, what is it about defense that intrigues you?
Not a lot of people like to do it, so when you do it well, you stand out. So no, but it takes an effort, and I like making it easier on my teammates, and if I can make it tough for the other guys' other team's best player, then I feel like I've done my job. I don't really care for plays being ran for me. I like to kind of go out there and do the dirty work, like your PJ Tuckers and Andre Iguodala's and all those guys around the league that they just stay in the background. They just do all the dirty work, and that's why I'm here.
When did you kind of realize you have a large wingspan, and is there any funny stories related to that?
No, I mean it's just I played football growing up. Well, yeah, I do well. So I played football growing up. I hate dropping passes, so I run across the middle. I was like 11 years old, and I stretch out, and this guy just smacks me. So that's when I found out football wasn't for me. But I caught the ball, and I saw it on film, and it was an amazing catch. But that was like the first time I really I had extremely long arms for my frame. Yeah.
That's just your thought process and the franchise's thought process in making this move.
Well, we've always liked Kent. He's a great fit positionally for us, style of play. He was a free agent we were looking at in 2016. At the time, he did exactly what guys are supposed to do, which is he re-signed with the franchise that gave him a great opportunity to showcase his abilities, and they got him off the market really before the market opened. But here we are, 3 years later, we continue to track his progress. As our team got better and better, having a player that plays his style of basketball can contribute at an even higher level, because like Ken said, there are things that aren't going to be asked of him here that he may have been asked of him with a younger roster. His shot quality is going to go up with Dame and CJ. His ability to defend multiple positions, his ability to play without the ball, move without the ball will be key for us in terms of Terry's system. He can speak to that. But that was it. I mean, look, we all know we're in a difficult position in terms of our position. We're over the tax as of today after this acquisition. We had a lot of non-bird free agents on our roster that, we only have one tax mid-level. So, in order to continue to build this roster to compete at the level everybody's come accustomed to, a lot of our transactions are going to be by trade. And like I said, E.T. was phenomenal for us. He's great in the locker room, his skill set. But, with the distinct possibility we might end up losing, Rodney Hood to offers that go beyond what we can compete with based on our mid-level, our tax mid-level. We needed to get a wing that replicated a lot of the things we were successful with doing last season.
Hey, Coach, your thoughts on Kent's skill set and kind of how he fits in, at least with the guys on the roster at the moment?
A lot of things that Neil just said, obviously, but I think the athleticism that he brings to the roster is important. The ability to run the floor. One thing I like what he just said about not having plays run for him, but finding his niche. Guys like Kent have a way of impacting the game on their own, whether it's defensively or rebounding or getting out in the lane or a timely three. Or I think he just fills a lot of those things that we're looking for at the offensive end. And as you mentioned, defensively, you know, he can guard 3 positions. He can really be tough at the defensive end, and I think his versatility will help us as well.
And what does it mean to join a winning team, a team that's coming off of a Western Conference Finals appearance?
It's a breath of fresh air. You know, the past 2 years have, you know, been tough. I'm a guy that loves to compete every night, and you know, just I mean, obviously, I want to thank the Atlanta Hawks for extending my career and put me in a position to thrive and put me in a position to be still sought after with a franchise like the Portland Trail Blazers. So big thanks to Mr. Slink and Tony Russell and the crew there. But it feels good. I know these guys want to win every night, and it's something that's understood. It's something that's not. These guys don't have to talk about it. I'm sure there weren't many talks during the season. After losing a game or something, that, hey, guys, we got to pick it up. I'm sure these guys, they get after it every night. And that's just, that's another thing about playing in the West. There's really no nights off. And getting back to that brand of basketball, playing at a high level every night is what I love. My first year in Atlanta, we won 60 games, got to the Eastern Conference Finals. So I've been almost to the pinnacle of NBA basketball, and it's tough. And I know how every possession matters. I know, taking care of business when you're supposed to. I know how, how men went on the road. I know it's tough, in certain atmospheres, and these guys all replicate that, and it's just, I started out in the West Coast, playing in the Pacific Division as well, and it's one of the easy places to play, and it definitely isn't now with the growth of Dame and CJ and getting Nurkic back next season. It's going to be huge. So. I'm just chomping at the bit. I've just had a son 2 months ago, and my zest for life is just at an all-time high. My body feels great, and I'm just ready to get back to the promised land.